Alright guys, it's been a while. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing great. It's been a while since I make a video, but I've been sick, so I'm home for a week. Um, so today I decided I'm gonna make a video for you guys and give you guys an update on all of my tanks. This right here is my 90-gallon tank, and this tank have most of my bigger fish. As you can see, there's a little bit of difference going on in this tank from the last time I make a video. Some of the fishes that was in this tank, the aggressive fish that was doing too much, I took all those fish out and gave them away, and have the more less aggressive fish left in this tank. There's a different type of aggression when you have fish. You have the aggression where a fish is trying to get the hierarchy in the tank and become the most aggressive fish in the tank, and you got the aggression where a fish don't like a fish and you're gonna try to kill that fish at any means. You don't want a fish close to him and he's gonna try and get that fish. So I took those fishes out, the killer fish that I want to kill. They don't really care about hierarchy, they just want to kill a fish they don't like, other fish in the tank with them. So I chose to take those fishes out and focus on my main fish that I have right here, my VARs and one Oscar fish right there. And my little Texas fish over there, he's a little bit aggressive too, but he's not really aggressive right now because he's smaller, and I don't think he's gonna become aggressive because he's never gonna be bigger than these fishes that I have in this tank. So I think I'm okay when it comes to aggression in this tank for now. I know this tank is a little bit small right now for these fish, but they're not really at their full size yet, so I'm not really worrying about that right now. So this is a 90-gallon tank right here, and everything is going great in this tank right now. I used to have two Bashardi cichlid in this tank, a pair that was breeding. They were like the smallest fish in this tank, but because they breed so much, they cause a lot of aggression in this tank. So I took those fishes out and put in my African cichlid tank, and they're good over there. They're not breeding as much no more because they got more aggressive fish in that tank that's more aggressive than them. So I guess they're not going to breed in their tanks so far. So, but yeah, guys, this is a 90-gallon tank right here. Everything is going great in this tank. All this fish is getting bigger, and I think I probably have another year or so with these guys growing to keep them in this 90 so far. There's not too much aggression going on in this tank because everybody know where to stand in this tank. Everybody know who's the boss. So, and this is the boss right here. Because he's the biggest fish in the tank, so he's the boss. But yeah, guys, and the other update I have in this tank is I took all the gravel out this tank, all the sands, because there's a pair in this tank, and they seem to want to breed and stuff, and they chase all the rest of the fish away to one side of the tank because they're digging the sand up thinking they're gonna breed. So I just took all the gravel out of the tank. I didn't like it anyways, I took it out, and ever since I did that, all that they want to breed and stuff to go away. They don't want to breed no more. They just be in the tank and everything is good. So I think the gravel is you know, they don't want to build a nest, so they're gonna dig up the gravel and keep the rest of the fish away from that side of the tank. So I just took all the gravels out, so and everything been good since then. But yeah, guys, that's the update for this tank right here. So let's move on to the next tank. All right, guys, here we go. And this is the 125 African cichlid tank. And as you guys can see again, on this tank, from the last time I showed this tank, you could see how much size these fish put on, the colors that are coming out in this tank, and how big they're getting. And this is my African cichlid tank right here, and this is my favorite tank right now of all my 3 tanks. And they're not, all this fish is not at full potential yet, but they're almost there. And all these fish are looking good in this tank. And as for what I told you guys about the bush shorties that was breeding in my 90, I put them in this tank, and back there, that's the male back there, and I don't see the female. I got 2 female fish in this tank that is currently holding eggs, and this one right here, easier, right there, you got some eggs holding, and there's another one. I don't see him right now, but there's another female holding eggs in this tank, and I'm gonna let them hold them for 2 weeks, and I'm gonna pull the eggs from them, and then I'm gonna take these females back to the store, because I really don't want no female fish in this tank, because it causes too much aggression. I have 2 of my smaller fish that was in this tank got killed, and I think it's because of the female in here that was causing aggression to let those males kill those 2 fish. So yeah, guys, if you're gonna have African cichlid, it's good to keep all males. If you have female in the tank, you're gonna cause a lot of aggression in the tank. So it's good to like keep away from female fish unless you're breeding and you're trying to you know, do a breeding project. Then you could keep females in this tank. You see my trout right here. This guy's just started putting on some colors, getting the blues in his body, in his face. I think give him like 2 more months. I think he's gonna be close to his full potential of putting on all the colors. But right now he's doing good. And probably like a month or 2, I'm gonna change the light on this tank. I'm gonna put saltwater lights in there so the colors could pop a little bit more in this tank. But I'm just waiting for all the fish to like put on all the colors, so I could change the light, then I could see the full potential of all these fish. Alright guys, that's enough of the 125, so let's move on to the 75 gallon tank. Let's go. Alright guys, and this right here is the 75 gallon tank. And this tank right here, I basically call it my geophagus tank, because whatever fish I keep, and those fish are my prize fish, and I'm gonna call the tank, I'm gonna name the tank off of those fish. So I got some more geophagus in this tank that I'm growing out, And I don't know if you guys know geophagus to take a long time to grow, so this tank right here, you know, it's my geophagus tank, and got a lot of plants growing on top, the filters basically, plant growing in, everything. I do water change on this tank probably like every 2 weeks because of the plants, to know how all the plants are growing out in this tank. But I got one remaining discus in this tank, and whenever you pass away, then that will be my last. It's gonna be my last time buying discus. No more discus. No more discus for me. I mean, they're too expensive, and I don't want to keep no fish that's so expensive. I used to love them though, but my favorite fish right now is African cichlid and geophagus, and those are the fish I'm keeping. Now, I got 2 Africans in this tank right here. So they're small, and they're growing out. So when I was in my bigger tank, they was being dominated by the bigger fish, and it wasn't really getting to the food the way I wanted to get to the food. So I put them in this tank, so you know they could be more aggressive and be more direct to get to the food and stuff like that. So ever since I put them in this tank, they've been growing and they've been fat. So that work. I know they're gonna be a little bit aggressive. So whenever I see that, I'm gonna take them out and put them back in the bigger tank when I put some size on. This one right, I think the star sapphire, something like that, and I'm pretty sure it's male. You can see the little shining coming in, but he put on a lot of size since I put him in there. So I just been watching him because I know they could be aggressive, and he been good so far. He haven't been going after the fish. There's another one right here, African cichlid. That was a slow grow. This fish is like, I don't know if he's stunted, but I have him for a while. He put a little bit of size on when I have him in a bigger tank, and now I put him in this tank. You know, he's putting on a little bit more size because you know he's a little bit more aggressive towards the food, and you don't have no like bigger fish that's gonna be dominating him from getting the food. So he's been putting on a little bit more size ever since I put him in this tank, and he's been a little bit more fatter. So that's good. This tank right here, I mainly put smaller fish, less aggressive fish in this tank. Any fish in this tank that I see is getting too aggressive, I'll take them out. And either if it can't go in my African or my other tank, then I take them back to the store or I give them to a friend. But the fish in this tank, no fish can be too aggressive in this tank because, like I said, my main love in this tank is the geophagus, and any fish go towards them, gotta come out this tank. Can't have no beef in this tank. Everybody gotta get along. So you can see I got these smaller fish getting along, and they're good. The fat. Everybody in this tank is fat. I used to have a problem with this one right here. He didn't eat for like a week, so I had to take him out of the tank and put the medication directly in his gut with a syringe. And ever since I did that, he started eating up. So he just started, the guy right there, he just started putting on back some fat. But you know, I had to put the medication directly in his stomach for that to work. So if you guys have a fish and he's not eating for a week after you put medication in the tank, take him out and do other stuff, and he still don't work, you gotta put the medication directly in his gut with a syringe. That's what I did with this guy, and he's eating. He's back eating again. I thought I was gonna lose him. That's one of my favorite fish. And he's a male. That's a female, and that's a male back there. He's still not 100%. He's probably like 80% right now, because when it was like 100%, his color was popping more and stuff like that. So you're gonna get there though. And this guy right here, that's my albino geopithecus. They grow pretty slow, but they're coming along. I got two of them. There's another one right here. But yeah, guys, that's the 75 right there. Looking beautiful. No problem. Right now I got no problem in my tank. Everything is going perfect. Everybody's eating well. You know, no aggression fish. No fish is dying like that. No. Yeah, guys, that's it. I wanted to give you guys a little update. What's been going on? I know I don't really make video every week and stuff like that, but you know, I try to keep you guys up to date with my tanks. So you guys enjoy the holiday. Hopefully I have a video out before Christmas. If not, then I'll get you guys for the New Year's. All right, peace.